All right, welcome back. Video 3 for the tower defense game. I put almost no thought into what I was going to do next, so I have to pick up where I left off. In the last video, we had created some bad guys and had them just kind of move arbitrarily across the screen. I think we are going to maybe focus on how to make a tower now. So I have class, tower, entity. Right now it's under pass, and we're going to try and do a lot of the same things we did for our bad guys. So let us do def init self. Forgot that auto fills in. And we're going to go x, y. These shouldn't really have HP, so let's go dam for damage. And the keyword arguments again. Everything that I saw after doing this last video is that should be double asterisk, but the single asterisk worked. So I'm going to have to look into what that's about. But for now, we know we did what it wanted it to. And since I don't really intend to port this game or anything like that, it doesn't have to be perfect. So we have our init self and our super init. So that does all the stuff that we need in terms of inheriting things that are true of an entity. So we need to make self.x equal to x. Oops. Self.y equal to y. Self.dam equal to damn. What happened here? My enter button failed me. There we go. And then kind of using what we see underneath our bad guy, let's think of what some of the other things we're going to need. Let's make all these models cubes. So self.cube, oops, self.model equals cube. There we go. That's a much better plan. We need to pick a color, and let's make these. Let's see. We have a green background, yellow auto really. Yeah, yellow. Why not? You can always change this later. And then we want self.position to equal self.x, comma self.y, comma 0. So that's in terms of just setting one of these things up. So now we have to consider how we want to actually place one on the screen. And what we're going to do for that is underneath the input function, we want to set it equal to if key is equal to left mouse down. I'm going to change that to single quotes just to be a little more consistent. So left mouse down, what we want to do is we want to get the world point, like where are you clicking in the world. So I'm going to need to make this WP for world point is equal to mouse dot world point. So that'll give me X, Y, and Z coordinate. I do also realize that in order to get this to work right, I need to check my background, and I need to give it a collider, because otherwise the mouse won't have anything to collide with. So collider equals box. Now that's going to be important, because now when I click on that, I'll actually get some information returned. So just for the purposes of showing what this is going to do, I'm just going to have it print the world point. So if I run right now, it's not going to do anything about that class tower. I haven't called any. But let's show how the world point works. And since I haven't run this today, it might take a little bit longer to start up. And wait for it. There it is. There's our bad guys. And I'm just going to click an arbitrary point once. And the reason that matters is if we look down here, you can actually see where I clicked. This first one, it was x value of negative 7 point blah, 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 y value of 1.2 something, something, z value of 0.5. The reason for that is where I placed the background and the thickness of the background. So the background had a z value of 1 and a thickness of 1. So it really goes from 0.5 to 1.5, and all we see is the 0.5 surface, so that's why we got that z coordinate. This here was when I clicked the X to close the window. So now we can see how that's going to work, and what we're going to do is anytime we click, we want to actually create a tower where we click it. So in order to do that, what I'm going to need to do is first give myself another list. That'll be towers. And if we are going to do anything about towers, what we're going to need to do is append to that list. So first we're going to say tower equals capital Tower. Let's just go T. I try not to use the same word, once capital, once lowercase. So T is equal to tower, and it's going to have an x value of wp.x, the world point, comma x. It's going to have a y value of wp.y. I don't really care about the z because I said we're going to have the z the same for everything. I set these equal to 0. And again, we can always go back and change those things if we want. The damage that the tower is going to cause, we're not doing anything with it just yet, but we have to assign it a number, otherwise the program won't work. So these towers will do 4 damage. Why not? And then what we're going to do is towers.append t. And I feel like I'm forgetting something, but let's see how this works. Oh, it worked. So everywhere I click, I'm putting up a new tower. Now the danger here is I can really overload. I can put a lot of towers all in the same place. Clearly I'm not going to want to do that, but that's something I'm going to have to update in the next video. So for today, that'll be all. That is the end of your 3rd video on the Ursina tower defense. Hope you enjoyed, hope you're learning a little something, and I really hope you enjoy me for installment number 4. Take it easy. Thanks for watching.